all I can think about is spoiler alerts now. If you haven't watched all of Breaking Bad or you intend to, then you may not want to watch the rest of this video. So, Bryan Cranston was asked by somebody if he'd be willing to do, reenact the role of Walter White. And he said, absolutely. And they said, well, is Walter White dead? And he said, I don't know. And they said something else to him, and it led me to believe that there might be something in the works. Probably not yet, but it would be nice to see. It was such a good show. Like, I'd love to see him reprise that role. It was just so good. And they said, like, at the end, yeah, his eyes were open, he was bleeding out, but the police are probably going to call emergency service if they haven't already. So he could have been saved. Like, we don't know that he was even dead when he was laying there. Maybe he was just laying there, getting ready to die, or I don't know. I mean, it made sense at the time that he died. Like to watch it and be like, well, fair enough. That was a good ending. But I'd love to know more of those, 3 or 4 main characters, really. See what's going on with their lives now. Or that was a great show. So, I'm going to try to draw a little bit while we talk. I don't know what I'm going to draw. No idea. Carol just posted on Facebook 3 minutes. Well, it was up there for 3 minutes before she said something. She changed my status to, I like boys. Well, son of a bitch. I like boys. Lots of toys to play with. Hey. I'm doing the search for Inspirato. Sometimes when I can't think of what I want to draw, I just look around. Everything I do is character-based. Like, I wish I could draw... Like, I understand perspective. I know it. I know exactly how to do it. Like, it's not a huge pain in the ass. But it involves drafting and, like, taping things down and, like, having to do this to draw just to get all the lines properly and, lay out your buildings. I don't have fun doing that. Like, I need to find how I can do that and not hate doing that. I just don't know how. I mean, I guess I should practice it, because if I practice it, I might actually find the technique. It's easy to lay in the squares, like just deciding where they're going to live, buildings and stuff, but then going back and having to do all little windows and like doors and streets and sidewalks and parking meters and cars and multiple cars and people walking around. It's just like an overload. That's why I could never draw comics. That's why I'm having a hard time doing this the retired superhero story. I love the story in my head. I love it, and I want to share it with the world. I really do. Like, whether it's 30 people or 300 million people, I think it's a cool little tale. I think it is. And I mean, it's not, you could do an ongoing series, but I think 50 bucks in the series, 30 pages each, I think that could be a decent graphic novel, 135 page book or whatever. But I gotta draw it because I can't give up. I don't know, if I knew an artist that would be willing to draw it, like, because I mean, I can do the designs, the ideas, like what I want characters to look like, and pass that along. But I just don't think I'm good enough to do a comic. Like, I don't enjoy doing the larger things. I love drawing just like quick little sketches of people, and when they come out good, maybe I add a little bit to them. Like, but beyond that, like, I can't force like wanting to draw a car. Like, I don't draw cars. I hate cars. The human form to me is kind of cool, like, and I'm not even good at drawing the human form, but it's allowed to make mistakes. That's the best way I can explain it. But if I want to draw a car sitting in front of a coffee shop on a street, you have to kind of get into perspective, or at least set a perspective point, you know what I mean, and go from there. But I just don't enjoy that. That's not the part of drawing that I like to do. And like, But I'm just faced with this struggle with this book. Like, I keep drawing these pictures. I just wonder if maybe I should just write a story about them. And if somebody ever is like, I'd love to illustrate this, be like, okay, let's do this. That's not a bad idea. Let me open up Microsoft Office. I just need to use Word. Microsoft Word, where are you? Oh my god. I guess I could type it, but I'm just lazy. Yeah, maybe we'll do it as a story. Maybe I'll do a short story. No, it's not a short story. There's no way this is a short story. It's too long. There's too much epicness in this. There's flashback chapters. There would be, just you have to develop these characters. It would be a 300-page book at least. But if I refocused on that instead of this, I could get it done pretty quickly too, probably. I can write really fast. Like, I get the main idea out quickly over 30, 40 pages. And then I go back and I flesh it out. Each page, I just flesh it out a little bit more. And if the story sounds good when I read it through one last time, whatever, great. And if not, then I start thinking about which parts of it I don't like and which parts I do, and then I start shortening sometimes the shitty sections that I don't like, or getting rid of them altogether, and then expanding on the ones that I like. And that's how I wrote Morning Star. But that was, I probably, if I had sat down the hours I actually sat down to write it, that one probably was a long, long time, probably like a year. If not like 2 years. But it evolved over like 12 years, and I just kept rewriting it and rewriting it and rewriting it. Like, I wasted 12 years of writing on the same damn book that's not even that good. like now that I look back on it, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but I overwrite things, I think, descriptively, and I don't know. And not in a good way. I don't know. I wish I had more copies of it. I only have one copy of the final draft, and I think I tried reading a chapter, and I was just like, fuck this. I'd like to read more of it, though. Either way, just to have it on audio. I've drawn an individual Big Jim, Harold, and then Wilbur and his doctor. I just inked this. I'm not thrilled with the inking, though. There's not a lot of shading and stuff going on. I think this one needs to be colored. Like, when I look at that versus the Big Jim picture where I just did a shit ton of detail. But I kind of screwed up at the beginning of this one, and this is kind of just a throwaway. I'll probably redraw something with him and his doctor. But this one, I think it tells a story, whereas this one, it definitely tells a story, but not the story I want to tell. I want him really slouched over his walker, and but I need to stop drawing it where I draw. I need to draw a little higher in the page, I think, because with that one it was just it put him too far down on the page, I guess is the best way of saying it. The thing that's neat about him, that when I draw him, which I'm doing now, which I wish I had something set up for this, because I think it's coming out okay. There's a few things I think about. He's got a very, very big nose, and his, whatever these are called, are higher up on his nose on either side than they should be, giving him kind of like a Muppet type look. And I just want a really soft, gentle look for this guy. I want him to be compared to I had a grandfather that just looked like him, or my uncle looked like him. Because I think he reminds me of, I don't know who he reminds me of. An old Tim Mitten. Oh, that's right, he doesn't have an upper lip, too, because he's got a mustache. Nah, no good. It was worth a shot, though. Not terrible, actually. I should just try to put his eyebrows in. I think maybe that's what's causing me to hate this. Not too bad. Not too bad. And I think he's got, whatever that is, he's got that accent. Oh, that looks horrible. He doesn't have hair. He's bald. Well, he's got hair on the side, I guess. Oh, Wilbur. Age really had its way with you. Time was not good, my friend. Sorry about that. Good old Wilbur. Toby. I like having a cat that listens. Nah, this is not gonna work. So, I guess his shoulders would be up here somewhere. It's not him. There's something just very, like, nice pear-shaped about this guy. And his belt is way up, right under his nipples. Cat's tearing something up, and I do not appreciate it. Toby. Oh, Wilbur. Oh, this is interesting. This is shaping up. Wilbur has a bow tie. He's a very proper gentleman. Oh, Wilbur. You're such a sweet old man. Or is he? Da-dee-da-da-da-do. I can't tolerate bad drivers. Like, it should be harder to have a license, I think. You should have to be able to drive really well. I think it should be a privilege to be a driver, not just getting a license. I don't know. I don't know what I mean by that. Oh, Jesus, Wilbur, what happened, man? Look at it. I'll take a look at this. I don't know if this will make it up or not, because it just spun out of control for 13 minutes. I hope you loved it. I hope you just loved it. Here's my recommendation. I don't think I've recommended this before. Brack. The music of Brack. Go find, let me see, I'll find it for you. I will do that for you. It's that good. It's funny as shit. Well, shit's not really that funny. Let's go with audio. Is it Brack or it might be Space Ghost? They released a few musical barbecue. There it is. Oh, nice. Flack. What the fuck uses Flack? Jackasses. That's who uses Flack. I'm gonna give you some Flack. About 30 seconds here. Space Ghost. Okay, so here's the three. Well, the one I can remember is Musical Barbecue and Surf Turf. They're hilarious. Like, the music is just fun to listen to, and it makes me laugh. And I like things that make me laugh. Damn, no, there's more than that. I know there is. Let's just look at Brack. See if that brings it. Brack presents the Brack album starring Brack. Oh, Jesus, I haven't heard this. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get this one. I'll order it off of Amazon right now. That's what I'm doing. Good thing I'm not wearing my glasses. Anywho, folks, I hope this makes it to publication or distribution. But if it doesn't, well, it was fun for me. And if it does, then I hope you liked it. It was fun. I wish you know what, I'll show you the drawing. This is Harold in a nutshell, really. That's really what Harold is. And I don't think you're gonna be able to see it. It's too light. That's how light I sketch. So no good. No good. I'll flip it over. I'll draw something on the other side. I started drawing some buildings, but Godzilla.